Greetings! I present the Rekin Systems Production 3D module. 3D Editor Shadows Intelligent Image Analysis of Talent. Today I will discuss how to set the shadows in the set design. First you have to go to the 3D editor. Press Open Studio 3D Editor button. A default set design is currently loaded but with no shadows. First, in the Scene section, select the main Scene 3. Below you will find Shadows option. It applies to the whole set design's settings. With a Fixed in the Shadows checkbox, you enable the shadows. You will not be able to see them yet. First you have to indicate the objects that will cast a shadow or the talent figures. Right next to it you can see the sliders for setting the shadow's density. From none, that is transparent, to strong, that is more distinct. There are separate settings for all the objects and the talent figures. First you have to pay attention to the light settings. In the Light tab, the light objects will be displayed. On the left you can see a spot type of light for which casting a shadow is possible. It illuminates a freestanding wall with a screen. The second spot is located in the center of the studio and illuminates a space behind the talent. It also illuminates a freestanding wall with a screen. The third spotlight illuminates the desk and the platform to the right. These objects are in the studio foreground, so I will enable the shadows for them. Select the Scene tab and select the chosen object. It is now highlighted in red. There is a Shadow option in the object settings where you can check Enable Shadow function. Check it. Density of the shadow is set by default, therefore you will see the effect. You can see the effect of the shadow being cast by adjusting the direction of the spotlight. When the ray of this light is not directed at the object, you will not see the shadow. Select the Scene tab again. In the simple mode of the 3 view, the entire wall with its sub-objects has been selected. When you switch to advanced mode, then the frame, columns, screen and other elements from which the wall is built will all have a shadow option enabled. You should remember to enable a shadow for an entire group of sub-objects. There is a second wall in the foreground of the studio. Select the object. Proceed likewise enabling the shadow. And the same for the desk on the right. Check Enable Shadow. Now you can jointly set a common shadow density for all these objects. Select Scene and go to the Object slider settings. None, that is highly transparent. Or strong, that is more distinct. The shadow density for all objects will also depend on the rays of the set light. Now the talent type objects. They are distinctive because they have transparency. Such an object can be found in the objects database as a white figures miniature. The same object was used in this scene. Select the object. It is important for the red outline of the object to be situated just above the floor, not penetrating it. Just like now. You can enable a shadow in the Settings window. The shadow is better set on the final view of the figure. Instead of a miniature, I will select the Leave Source option, Show the live stream. The content of the view is set with the Mixer A. This is indicated by the source index. I will go to the 3D production module for a moment. Set the source for this object using Mixer A. I will set a view from a live camera Cam1. Now you can see a figure on a green background. It is therefore necessary to set a key for Cam1. Below I will select the Key 1 tab. I will load a previously saved key settings from a file. To set the talent exactly above the floor, go to the Layer A setting. I press this button. For a given Cam1 keyed input, press the Detect Position button. Now the talent figure has been automatically pinned to the floor surface. A correct shadow will also be set for him. Adjust the size of the talent to the scenery using the Scale control. The detection value will be remembered for all use of the Cam1 input on the mixer. I will open the 3D editor again. Select the talent object. The studio has a default shadow setting. The user has two types of shadow for the character. The first is a shadow in the shape of a circle on the floor. The second is the shadow as the contour of the figure. With the size slider, we change the size of the shadow circle on the floor. We will adjust the right size for talent. With the shape slider, we adjust the shadow density for the contour. Set the value from highly transparent to more distinct. Now, after deselecting the object, the scene item will be selected. You can adjust the shadow's density for all the talents using a slider. To make it look natural, it is suggested to choose a similar level for the talent as the one previously chosen for the objects. This is an example of using the intelligent shadow function for talent.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. Every day, people and companies cause irreversible harm to our Mother Earth.
Such a prepared set design can be saved to a file and your settings will be stored. From the menu, choose File and Save As option. Enter the name for the file. Save the set design on the disk. To save the value of the talent level detection for a specific input source, for example Cam1, you should save the session file as the settings of the production module. From the menu, choose File and Save As option. Enter the name for the session file. Now you can start working with the live production module. Thank you.
Wrecking. Keen on record.